What's up, folks? I've been in limbo the past few days, Thought I was leaving Tucson, left, came back the next day, did it again. And here I am, back in Tucson, back on DM. Supposed to check out tomorrow, but I don't know if I will. So I gotta be in Colorado Springs on the 17th. And I thought I'd take a nice trip, go back through Utah, go through Moab. I don't know. But I keep getting distracted. I keep coming back to DM. It feels like home, almost. Anyways, I haven't really been making videos. Not a lot's going on, really. Unless I do something like starts another 30 or day challenge or something. I don't know what I'm going to make videos about. I've been doing some writing, not exactly, the words and ideas aren't exactly flowing out of me. I have, I don't know. Last night I started another story, a new one. Because I just couldn't get the idea out of my head. This one will be titled, I think this one's going to be titled, The Worst Mime in the World. It's kind of funny. Well, I hope it's funny, but it just reminds me of somebody that I knew. And I didn't know this person very well. So I don't know his story. But I'm gonna make one up. So last night, it's funny, like right now I'm reading Julia Alvarez, In the Name of Salome. And last night I'm like, reading it, and I was like, I had to stop. Like, I don't want to stop. I just want to keep reading. Like, but I had to stop. And so I forced myself to stop because I had to start writing this story about the worst mime in the world. And I just got it started, and then I was like, got an idea, like, that'll be good. So as far as book writing goes, I'm making progress, but I'm not like the first story of my next book is done. And I cranked that out, and that was good. And I thought, okay, I'll write the next one, and the next one, and the next one. It's not going like that. I'm jumping all over the place. I even had to write a little bit in my little memoir. So it's going to be a memoir of me as a boy living in a house in South Central Los Angeles with my grandparents. So I had to write some of that yesterday because it was fresh in my mind. So I don't know. I guess I'm a writer, and I just have to write, and I'll worry about publishing books later. My beard's still wet, I guess, right? Write down whatever comes to me. Work on whatever is here, right? I should work on whatever is here. Put it down on paper. And eventually I'll have a book. That's what I realized. I have a book that I'm working on called, probably gonna be called My Van Life. It's going to be about this trip that I've been on for the past 14 months. And I don't have to write a thing. I've written it already. Most of it. I'll take it back. I do have to write some things, but barely. I think I have 50,000 words for that book. Maybe 60. And I got some considerable ideas of things to write an introduction, and then of course all those words I have to work on to shape and format them and structure them so that there's some kind of a sequence. Then I have to write the ending. I have an ending in my head. I'm living the ending, but I haven't written that down. So I don't know. I can maybe I hope to get another at least 20,000 words out of that. Maybe. But just the fact that 50,000 words is twice the biggest book I've ever written. And I didn't sit down to write it. I just wrote over these past 14, 15 months. Just wrote. So that's cool. I dig it. That's the method to write books. So I'm learning this new world called Incrementalism, which I'm working on a blog post about it. But so here's my thing. Here's an example of how incrementalism, how it affects my life. I wrote Los Chocolates de Esperanza Diamante in 25 days. I average about 1,000 words a day. Granted, there were 5 days where I didn't write, so it took a month, but total days of writing was 25 days. Boom. Got it, worked on it. For the next month, I worked on it, proofreading it, getting covers done, and by the next month, it was published and for sale. That's how I like to operate. I love to operate like that. Get shit done, out of the way, boom. That's how I see everything in my life, how things should be done. It's a 25,000 word novella, not dollar. And I cranked it out. Now, the idea of writing this big, huge, thick book, even 50,000 words, twice the size of this one, is ridiculous to me. Right? It's ridiculous. I can't crank that. Oh, it would take so long. I wouldn't be able to do it. That's where incrementalism plays in. Is just if you knock a little bit out every day and be patient, you will have an entire book written. Actually, in no time. It doesn't take that long at all. If you take it at, like, let's say 1,000 words a day. 1,000 words a day, which I did to write Los Chocolates. 1,000 words a day will produce 3 books in a year. But people, I don't. I'm gonna say people. There are people. I'm sure there are people, but I don't see things that way. I'm like, how long is it gonna take to write this? And I gotta get out of that mindset because it doesn't always produce good results. Let me tell you. Anyways, I don't want to get too much into it because I have a whole blog post and then I'll have to dedicate a whole video to it. But I gotta keep that mindset a little bit at a time, and then eventually I'll have enough to put out a book. I guess maybe it was a fluke to write my first book in a month and then have it published within in the next month. Anyways, I'm wearing a sweater right now, but this won't last long because today's supposed to get up into the like 79, maybe 80. It's gonna be in the 80s this week, like well into the 80s here in Tucson. Kind of makes me want to stay because the further north I head, the colder it's gonna be. Anyways, I was gonna talk about Logan. I'll just talk about it real quick. The movie Logan was good, although I can't tell you how good it was because somebody brought their goddamn kids to the movie. Now, if this was Moana or some shit, I would understand it. It's a kid's movie. Wolverine is not a kid's movie. There's decapitations. There is a ungodly amount of people dying, getting stabbed with knuckle swords. I don't know why one would bring a child that is still in diapers to the goddamn movies, much less to Wolverine or Logan or whatever the fuck, because they're not paying attention to the goddamn movie screen. What they're doing is yapping, crying, talking, playing, doing all kinds of shit. It made for a bad movie experience, which I haven't had to deal with in a long time. I like to go to movies early because when there'll be less people there, and I don't usually see movies where there's supposed to be kids. What is Logan rated anyways? It's bad parenting out there, man. I don't know. I can't judge because I saw my mom took me to see Officer and Gentleman and Stir Crazy and shit. So I don't know. I just know that probably wasn't a good idea. I mean, I turned out. I don't know how alright I turned out. I don't know if going to see R-rated movies as a young child had an impact on me or not. But I'm saying is don't bring your kids to a movie, adult only movie, if they're not gonna be quiet. I mean, that's the one place where you I mean, the park, Walmart, Target, the grocery store, kids bouncy house, trampoline, I don't know. But the movies, even if you're an adult and you talk, it's disturbing, it's rude. So why the fuck would you bring your kids, which you have no control over? They'll do whatever the fuck they want anyways. I don't know. When you have ADD, you're trying to watch a movie and there's shit going on, it bugs the shit out of you. It really does. Alright. That's it. This should be a good one. This should be a good... I haven't been posting stuff, and so I hope this is a good video. If you're wondering... No, you're probably not wondering. Anyways, my turn is up here. Time for some coffee. Time to get some work done. Oh, don't take my parking spot, fool. Oh, yes. Also, I got research to do. That's another thing. I want to read or learn more about the the attack on the Moncada barracks. Moncada barracks that's the start of the Cuban Revolution. My character, I'm running out of time. I'll have to talk about that later, folks, because I'm about a 15-minute time limit. All right, peace out.